I'm not sure the recording has started.
It has started, sir.
Okay. So thank you. So before we proceed, just go to Telegram group if you want to volunteer to give us opening prayer as a Muslim and as a Christian. So who want to volunteer? Just send me I on the group. A volunteer, please. Let's do it fast. Anyone? Opening prayer, please. Anybody? Okay. Among those I have unmuted, anybody willing to give us opening prayer?
Can I do it, sir?
Okay, go ahead.
Father in heaven, we thank you. We give you the glory, we give you the honor and adoration. Accept our thanks in Jesus' name. Father, we thank you for the journey of these last 3 days. Thank you for what you have impacted in our life. Father, accept our thanks in Jesus' name. We thank you for the instructors. Thank you for the wisdom that you've imparted upon them. And you are able to help them to pass the knowledge to us. Father, accept our thanks in Jesus' name. Father, today be with us, O Lord. Let us learn, O Lord, in the mighty name of Jesus. At the end of today's class, let glory be to your name. We pray in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Any Muslim volunteer? Please just send me I in the group. I think Fedora Oshana is should be a Christian. I don't know. Okay. Anybody? I didn't get any message in the chat. Okay, so let me see. Okay, if we don't have any, we have to proceed. So as I've said, during the last meeting, the last workshop, so during the question and answer session, we are not able to take most of the questions. So, and we want to use this opportunity to answer some of those questions that were sent in the group. So, I hope we can all see my screen.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Okay, so if you can see my screen, so I'm actually I've opened the messages. So, and the first question here says, can we get documents for this training like the one you are projecting? So I'm going
We
to.
only see your image, not the screen you are sharing. Yeah, you've not started sharing.
Okay, so that's what I was asking. So, can you see my screen now?
Yes, we can now.
Okay, so these are all the messages so far in the group. So the first question here says, I need the recording of the lecture as I couldn't hear anything at all. So we have shared the recording of day 1 and day 2. So the data recording will be equally shared after the training today. So the second one says, in getting a paid turnitin, how can one differentiate between instructor's account and student account? So the answer to that is that firstly, the price vary, and because the instructor account is very much expensive than the student account, the gap in the pricing is huge. So through the price, you can actually get to know which one is student account, which one is instructor account. And when you want to log in as well, if you have a detail, if you have login detail, you cannot use login detail of student account to register as instructor account. Neither can you use login detail of instructor account to log in as student. So the difference is also there. So, and if you have instructor accounts, you can actually create several student accounts from an instructor account. So under instructor account, an instructor account can give you several student account access. So I think I've answered that. So, and if you are not satisfied, you can still send a message. We'll take everything together. Another question, can you help me with today's class record? So we have done that. The training I did not follow, and I want to believe for many too. Please make the video available tonight. So I would like people to speak for themselves. You cannot speak for others. So, and that is why we have promoted a number of people to be able to see if everything is going fine. So, and we confirmed throughout the session yesterday that everything was fine. So, and there are possibilities that network from the participant end is the problem. So another one here, how do I get the lectures? I paid yesterday and I have not received any lecture. So for this person, the lecture is going on now. So I hope the person is available. So, and for those ones that were missed, the recording has been shared. So the next question is it possible to get all the materials at the end of the program? So as I've said, we are going to share all the materials that we use during the training on the platform for only registered participants. Please, what is the class ID and enrollment key on Turnitin and where to get them? So for some institutions, they do provide student accounts for their students. So they will have created class ID for each of their students and enrollment key. But for many institutions in Nigeria, because of the huge amount of buying instructor accounts, institutional accounts, so they rarely provide this subscription for their students. So, but we have vendors around that can provide subscription, student account subscription for interested parties. So after the training, we are going to share more information as regarding that. So the next one is, it seems my network is poor. Okay, let's go to the next one. So this is also talking about the document we are using. We are going to share it. Okay. So another question is, using Turnitin, do we need to adjust settings so that our work will not be saved on the platform? As such, fact the same work has been plagiarized when analyzed by another person. So this is an important question. There are issues around this question. There are issues. So, and I heard of one one case like that, where the person have already tested or uploaded his documents on a particular university portal for plagiarism checking. So, and the file was saved there. And by the time the person is checking the file in another university portal, the percentage of plagiarism was high, and the highlighted area was tracing similarity to the previous university portal. So, and there's a way you can delete after checking, and you have gotten the results. We have downloaded your results. I will encourage us to delete the work entirely from the portal. If you cannot delete, you don't know how to delete, try to resubmit an empty document. Just open a Microsoft Word document. You can just type anything there and resubmit that document, save the document, resubmit that document to that page where you get your own results, where you get your output. Just resubmit that page. So by so doing, your file is not available there on their portal again. So I hope we are following. Hello?
Yes, sir, we're following.
Please, those who are unmuted, this is how I check if you are really with me. So don't mute your mic. I can ask the question anytime. This is important because this is a practical class, and we want to be sure that everybody is being carried along. Thank you. So we are going to the next question. This one is asking, please, how can I log into Turnitin? It keeps saying incorrect password. Is there a particular password I ought to use? So for this person, if you have not subscribed at all, Turnitin as an AI tool does not provide access at all. So it does not have a free subscription platform like ChatGPT. ChatGPT have free subscription platform. Qbots, they provide free subscription if you are not sending more than 200 words. Write romance, writer, if you have a limited words, though the output may not be of the quality as to when you are using subscription platform. So, but in the case of Turnitin, if you don't subscribe, you cannot log in at all. So I think that is why this participant is unable to log in. And even for those who are having subscription details that you have subscribed, so you know the kind of security checks on their portal makes logging into their portal difficult at times. So when you have entered your email and password and you are still receiving error message, so what you need to do is, at times you may need to refresh the page. At times you may need to retype the password or the last letter in the password and click login again. So these are issues that from experience are likely to occur, and that is how to surmount those issues. So another question is there any way the organizer can educate us on subscriptions to various AI tools? So we are going to do that at the end, towards the end of the session today. So we are going to explain the various kinds of subscriptions available for all AI tools and where to get those subscriptions. Another question is, please, I would like to ask, when I did plagiarism check on Qbot, it was requesting that I should make some payments in order to access the results? Yes. If what you are doing is not in their free list, you are going to be requested to make payment. So they just open the platform so that you can see how it works. So the free version is restricted, is limited to certain tasks. So very restricted to certain tasks and certain outputs. So if you did not subscribe, you may not enjoy the full benefits. So another question, the person was asking if let's human do all these functions, why do we need keyboard? Okay, so I want to tell you that the right woman works better in terms of removing plagiarism and removing AI content. But keyboard also, because they also have AI checking feature. So and you can download the output from the AI checking feature they have. You can download the output. So, but right woman doesn't really check AI content, and it will show you the percentage of the human written test. It will show you after you have humanized the text. It will show you, but you cannot download such output, and it's not even showing you the percentage of the AI content. It's only showing you the percentage of the human content. So, but institutions and publishers want to see the downloaded copy of the AI content, and Qboat provides this. So, in some cases, when you are trying to remove plagiarism, where right human may not do well, because right human is purely designed to humanize. That is, asking from AI to humanize it. So it's very good and very perfect to remove AI content. But in some cases, it is good it is helpful in removing plagiarism too. But in the case where it does not work fine, you can resort to the paraphraser feature in Qboat. So let me go to the next question. Can right human draft information like AI? Right human is a humanizer, as I've said. It also helps in paraphrasing, but it is not a generative AI. It is not a chatbot. It's not a generative AI, so it cannot generate information. It's just to check, to remove AI contents or plagiarism. So it cannot generate information. So if you want to generate information, you use Perplexity AI, you use ChatGPT. So the next question, please, I cannot log into Turnitin. It keeps saying I should check my email address. How do I log in? I've explained this earlier. So we are going to the next question. Please, sir, all these AI tools, are we to subscribe or make payments in order to have access to results, mostly when it's being used for similarity and plagiarism check? So subscription is very important for you to be able to have access to all these AI tools. So how do we download State Writer on our system? We have demonstrated this clearly during the class yesterday, and we are even sharing some videos on how to install their web page as an app. Please do well to access all these videos if you still need to know more. So this person is asking for the recorded version, version. So we have shared that. So another question, if a question is given to a group of students and the student use the same AI tool, will he give all the students the same answer? That is number one question. If they use the same AI tool, okay, they are given the same questions, and they send the same questions to ChatGPT or Perplexity AI or any other generative AI, is it going to give them the same results? It's not likely going to give them the same results. There may be some level of similarity in the results, but it's not likely going to give them the same results. As we have explained, all these generative AI models, they work based on algorithm. So, and they are like boats. So, it depends on the boat that is generating the results for the individual students. So, but there will be slight or some degree of similarity in the output. So the outputs will also vary based on the way each question was sent. You know, we talk about prompt generation. There are some experts who are well trained on how to instruct generative AI. The way you instruct them is the way they generate the output. So some students will type the question verbatim. Some students will rephrase the question. Some students will edit the question before sending. So, and all this will create variations in the response that is being generated. So, the second question is, that woman gave 67% output for free version and said in the output, and when I posted it in Qboat, it gave 0% on AI. For this, can we say Qboat is not accurate? As I've said yesterday, that woman performed better than Qboat in the area of AI content removal. So I think that answers the question. Could you please explain how the word count limit of the free version of White Woman can be increased to 3,000 words? The simple answer is when you have subscribed, when you are no longer in the free version mode. So when you subscribe for Right Woman, the word count will increase from 200 to 3,000 words. Another question, if I use AI tools to write my project in chapter 1 and 2, and I have all references, and I now use Right Woman or State Writer to humanize it, have I not been ethical in the writing of the project? So this is a trivial question. So we have said in the day one lecture that we are encouraging and promoting the ethical use of AI tools, not the misuse or abuse of the tool. So, and this question is trying to suggest abuse. If I use AI tools to write my project, that means that the project is completely written by AI. There's no human oversight, and this is ethically wrong. Though when you use Right Woman or State Writer to humanize, you are going to beat the dictator, but the question still remains, is the work original? So, but that is not to tell you that AI cannot assist in the draft. AI can assist, but the human oversight is very important and core to ethical use of AI tools. So we are going to enlighten us more in how to use AI or say ChatGPT in writing ethically. To get accurate results from these tools, is there a minimum number of words we input? The question is, there's no minimum except the minimum set on the site, in the site. So for right woman is 3,000 words for the paid version. So if you do not exceed the 3,000 words, it's okay. And for others like that. So another question, can you classify the AI tools based on the use? Best detector and best plagiarism remover tool. So far, the best detector of AI content and plagiarism in Nigeria is Turnitin. So especially for plagiarism. So, and it also works very fine for AI detection. StateWriter is also good for AI detection. In terms of the remover of plagiarism and AI, Right Woman works better. Remover of Right Woman and StateWriter work better. Remover of plagiarism and AI content. Right Woman and StateWriter works better, but StateWriter is more preferred. But it is very expensive. So the next question is, my school has not subscribed yet to Turnitin. How can I subscribe as an individual? I've explained that there are private vendors around, and we'll talk more about that before the class close. So this person said, I've been raising my hands since yesterday to ask questions. I am not visible on the platform. So if you want to ask any question, so what you need to do is to send the message on the group. We will respond before the class ends. So another question, send us the, okay. I don't understand this question. Maybe the person can send it again. Deleting materials after 24 hours is not fair. Please help us with very busy schedule. I don't understand. So training material will be shared, and we have shared the video recording again for day 1 and day 2. Okay. This person said the recording on the platform is only one, not the 2 lectures, sir. Please go back and check. The 2 lectures is there. So I hope we have all followed the question and answer.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so those are the questions so far, and I've tried to answer all the questions. Are we good to go? Are we satisfied with all the answers?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so as I've said, that in today's class, the first thing is to answer the questions for day 2 lecture, which I just did. So then there are questions about how to use generative AI tools or chatbots such as ChatGPT, Gemini AI, etc. to write ethically. So probably you want to write a speech, you want to write a letter, you want to write a proposal, assignment, term paper, or any document whatsoever that you needed to write. So how do we use these tools ethically and to still maintain the academic integrity that is compulsory in the academia? So to uphold academic integrity, using generative AI tool like ChatGPT, you can use them mainly to brainstorm or generate the write-up outline. To brainstorm or generate the write-up outline. And as a supporting tool in the drafting process. I hope I'm clear. This tool can be deployed simply to brainstorm, to generate the write-up outline, and as a supporting tool in the drafting process. So after that, you will then need to verify each claim against the source. You quote where wording must stay exact. Do we understand that? You quote where wording must stay exact. You are borrowing idea from a text. And there are some idea that we say they are canonical. What are those ideas? Ideas that are canonical should be quoted because you don't want to change it. You want to keep it in the same phrasing that it is from the document you borrowed it. For instance, in economics, the first book to be written is Wealth of Nation by Adam Smith. And you want to mention Wealth of Nation as a title in a write-up. You cannot rephrase this. You cannot change it. So, and if you state it the way it is without doing anything to it, it's going to, your Turnitin, when you are checking plagiarism, we highlight it because these words will have feature in many write-up online. So the only thing you can do to avoid that is to quote it. Use quotation mark. You quote and unquote. So, and that's because the word is canonical, you have to state it the way it is. So what you need is to quote. So I said, after you have used it as an assistant in drafting process, you verify each claim against the source, quote where wording must stay exact, paraphrase manually with citation, and you then deploy all these humanizers and paraphraser only as a final language polishing tool to polish the language. If AI generated text sounds robotic, so some of the text that feature in the write-up from AI directly that sounds robotic, you revise those words yourself by adding specific evidence, concrete examples, discipline-specific terminology, and your own argument structure instead of relying on humanizer tools to conceal the origin. So instead of relying on the humanizer tools to conceal the origin, what you needed to do is to revise it yourself by adding specific evidence, concrete example, discipline-specific terminology, and your own argument structure. So that is what you need to do if you must use the AI tool. So, and how do you write manually without using all these AI tools? So I believe that at undergraduate level, that we should try to promote the manual writing in order to advance their critical thinking skills. So then the question remains that if I don't want to use the AI tools, then how do I write manually? You want to go and give speech, you want to write the speech manually, and you want to write undergraduate project, you want to write it manually, or a proposal, or a term paper, an assignment, you want to write it manually. Of course, the basic example or idea that I used to give students on this is that for somebody to assume that you want to write an examination, if you want to write an examination at any level, at undergraduate level or at master's level or PhD level, the first thing is that you will have passed through the lecture. You have taken the lectures from the first topic to the last topic. You have attended the class. So you have been able to accumulate some certain knowledge in the classroom. So you also have your lecture notes that you have written or developed from what you have had in the class, the textbooks and the handouts combined. You have developed a lecture note. So you have your lecture notes, you have the textbooks. So you have read from all these notes in preparation for the exam. You read from the notes you have prepared, the textbooks, and you want to reflect on what you have had in the class. You now get to the exam hall. Of course, you are not going with your notes. You are not going with your textbooks. You are not going with the lecturers that taught you, but you are trying to bring those informations that you have read from your notes, heard from your lectures. You are bringing them, you want to recollect them and put them down to answer all the questions. That is exactly what is involved when you want to write a project manually, or you want to develop any write-up manually. So the starting point, if you get the analogy clearly, is to gather relevant materials that will be useful in the write-up. So if the write-up, if you can trace some relevant textbook to what you want to write, harvest them. If you can get relevant journal articles on what you want to write about, harvest them. If you can get any other materials, newspaper, harvest them. Laboratory reports, harvest them. So when you put all these documents together, you now scan through the documents one after the other to extract important points that will be relevant in your write-up, important ideas that will be relevant in your write-up. You harvest them. And that is after you have gone through all these materials that are relevant, that are available, as much as you can get. You have been able to identify the lacuna, the gap, the areas that is unexplored. So you have been able to pinpoint that. And you have been able to set that as your goal, as your own objective. So you are now harvesting ideas from all these materials you have collected to actually be able to achieve the goal that you have set. So, and when you are harvesting, you must do your attribution properly. That is, you start with the first document. All the information you have gathered from the first document, you must be able to cite the information properly. You use the name of the author of the information, the year, where it is published as a reference. Then you now use those information in the in-text citation. That is, you now have the author's information and the year in brackets throughout all the information that were extracted from that particular material. So, and you repeat this process for all the materials you have gathered. And at the last stage, you now marry all these ideas together to be able to drive your points and achieve your goal. So that is the step involved in manual writing. So some of our training have covered these aspects, the manual writing and using AI assistant in writing. Although the process may be tedious, but I recommend that particular process, particularly for those who are still in the undergraduate stage. So when you now want to leverage AI. So we have said that when you are leveraging AI, it makes the words faster, it makes the words more easy and timely, and it also improves the quality of the work. But we now say that in order to uphold academic integrity, there's legal way and there's legal way of using these AI tools. If you want to use it legally, particularly ChatGPT, we say you should only use it to brainstorm, generate the write-up outline, and use it as a supporting tool in the drafting process. So after that, you have to verify each claim against the source, quote where the wording must stay exact, paraphrase manually with citations, and use quick keyboard or other AI tool only as a final language polishing tool. If AI generated text sounds robotic, the ones that still appear in your work sounds robotic, revise it yourself by adding specific evidence, concrete examples, discipline-specific terminology, and your own argument structure, instead of relying on all these humanizing tools, which in most cases conceal the origin of the borrowed ideas. So, in the process of using AI tool to brainstorm, you can use AI tool to generate themes and topic or title. If you want to use it to brainstorm what you want to write about, you can use it to generate themes and topic or a title. So if you use it to generate themes or a title, you will now use your human intelligence to modify it appropriately, to write it in your own language, to write it in your own words. Because if you keep it the same form, it comes out from generative AI, then you are actually telling us the topic is not originating from you, but rather is originating from the AI. So how do we now use it to generate themes or topics or title and topics or title? Because AI has that capability to scan enormous bodies of literature to bring out the research gaps and trending topics, which with human intelligence you can only do little. This gives scholars a data-informed foundation for choosing what they want to study. It gives scholars data-informed foundation for deciding what they are going to study or for deciding their theme or topic. AI too assists in brainstorming and refining research ideas and titles. They inject fresh perspective that can enhance creativity and clarity in the formulation of research questions. Furthermore, AI-driven recommendation system and journal finders have streamlined the process of matching manuscripts to suitable scopus index journals. By analyzing content and comparing it against the scope and the impact metrics of thousands of outlets. This support is particularly beneficial for early career researchers and those working across disciplinary boundaries who may lack extensive exposure to the full landscape of journals and past literatures. So how then can we now use AI as an assistant in the process of generating text? There are a number of instructions that we have prepared that when you send it as an instruction to generative AI like ChatGPT and Gemini AI, when you send those instructions, it will help you to go through millions of articles in that areas or in that your feed. It will help you to go through millions of articles that are available in that your feed to be able to bring out fresh ideas or trending ideas that can be helpful for you to develop your research gap and for you to come up with the research objective or research topic that you are going to study. So I have two important prompts or instructions that are already prepared in the aspect of generating theme and topics for a research. So let's go through the prompt. The first one says that act as a professional researcher with over 30 years of experience. Go online to Science Direct and Scholar, google.com, and other Scopus Index academic database. Use the content of millions or more of most relevant and most recent journals to the team. Let's say we are dealing with a feed. Let's say we are dealing with relevant and most recent journals in the feed of crisis. Okay, let's say in the field of international relations and crisis management. So this is a feed. and probably you are new in that field, the field of international relations and crisis management. You are a beginner. You are early career researcher. Probably you are just entering the field as a master's student or as a new PhD student. So you lack adequate knowledge about past studies, because in any field you belong to, you must have knowledge of all the past research, up-to-date knowledge of all the past research in that field. But early career researcher in that field will not have those knowledge. You must have the knowledge of the first seminar paper, the first person to first of all write on that issue that you will now want to concentrate on as your own field. Who was the first person to write in that field? And how has the idea progressed over the years till date, from the first writer to the most recent writers on that issue? If you don't have that knowledge, there's no way you can easily come up with something new in that field. And that is what scholarship is all about. The ability to have the knowledge of existing works in your field and the ability to constantly expand on where the knowledge has stopped. That is what scholarship is all about. So, but to do that for any career researcher, because there's information explosion, if you want to trace the first seminar paper till now, you will review millions of articles, which human intelligence cannot do for 10 years. So the question is, for earlier career researcher, where are you going to start from? So AI has now been able to provide this, make this task easy, because AI can go even to the first seminar paper and come back to the most recent paper. Even if there are thousands, if there are millions, if there are trillions, it can go to. So, and that is what this instruction is trying to do for us. We will go through all the academics database, and we will use content of millions or more of the most recent, most relevant and most recent journals in the field. Another scope of use the content of millions or more, most relevant and most, most relevant to the most recent, most relevant to the most recent journals in the field of international relations and crisis management. So, we don't need this. So this is what is supposed to be in the quotes. That were published only in Scopus Index journals. To write the gaps in the literature in not more than 100 words, tracing what previous studies have done from the first seminar paper on the research team or in the field to the 30 most recent studies by evaluating the volume and scope of what has been done by the studies, area of divergence and agreement of the studies, either in findings, methodological, theoretical innovations, or the efficacy of related policy globally and in Nigeria, concluding with 5 standard article topics or titles that are novel and publishable in Scopus Index journals in the field, taking care of all important considerations of all Scopus journals for formulating topic or title. So this is a robust prompt. If you have a paid version of ChatGPT, if you send this prompt, you'll be able to give you a clue of the trending area. That is trending, that is trending, and novel and publishable. So let's look at how this prompt will come out. Are we following? Are we following?
Yes, sir.
You are not
Yes,
following?
sir. We are following, sir.
Okay, so I've shared this prompt
We
in the Telegram channel.
are
So you have installed ChatGPT on your system. Just go and open it and copy the prompt and send it. You know, I put international relation and crisis management as my field. So anytime you want to use this prompt, you put the field of your interest in it. So let's look at it. You want to review, it's going to review all the available literature. So I'm trying to brainstorm the topic I can write about. So, and to do that, I have to go through millions of articles in my feed to be able to carve a niche for myself. So in this brainstorming process, ChatGPT or any other generative tool can work very well for you with the right instructions. So this is the instructions that we have prepared to actually help us in the process of brainstorming and coming up with a topic or title. So let's look at it. So I'm going to send it. Let's see what it's going to bring out for me. Are we following?
Yes, sir.
Is the audio quality good?
Good, sir.
Yes, sir.
Loud and clear.
Yes, sir. Very okay.
Okay, thank you. So I hope you are equally demonstrating it from your end. Either you are
Yeah.
using your phone or your PC.
Yes.
So it's taking time to execute the task, to go through all these papers and be able to come up with what is new. It's not easy. So the instruction is robust. That is why you can see all the sites is visiting is what is bringing out. So the first paper on crisis is Amman's 1963 Pioneering Crisis Decision Lens. So you have suggested important area for me. My own is now to work on it, use my human judgment, and refine it accordingly. AI, early warning, and crisis diplomacy, reassessing international crisis management in an emerging economy, sanctions, supply chains, and sovereignty. explaining divergent crisis management outcome in global south, polycrisis governance and comparing Nigeria, South Africa, and Kenya in managing security economic shock. So what he's trying to tell us is that using Hamas 1963 primary crisis decision lens as the starting point, the last 30 recent Scopus cover study have shifted from state-centric event history work to polycrisis, resilience, supply chain, AI leadership, spillover, and coordination research. Agreement centers on complexity, interdependence, and preparedness. Divergence persists over whether crises are best explained by rational, strategic, discursive, organizational, or socio-technical framework, and over the real effectiveness of sanctions. Is sanctions effective in crisis management? So that has been the area that is still in debate. Is communication important? What are the resilience policies? The clearest gap is a shortage of comparative global south evidence, especially in Nigeria, plus few mixed methods, longitudinal moderator-based studies linking domestic institutions to international crisis outcome. So, from this argument was where he brought all this information. So this can inform your topic's decision. So you about your topic from this. So in your own, you can put your feed. You see the latest area of interest, the trending area, so that by the time you are coming up with a topic, the topic is going to be novel and it's going to contribute something new to your feed. So if that is taken, so the second one that is also closely related to the first one is the one that take care of the nature of data you want to use. So the second prompt here also will give you that clue, that brainstorming clue on the topic to write on, the gap. So, but it's going to take a dimension of the kind of data you are going to use. So act as a professional researcher with over 30 years of experience. Go online, use all the suggestions for further studies of all the articles published across Scopus database from 2003 to 2026 on the internet in the feed of, let me use that feed again. To write thesis title that address the current issues or challenges in Nigeria or in the region, concluding with 5 titles of which questionnaire can be used as a research instrument for the collection, for data collection, 5 for which data can be collected from annual reports and statement of account for selected firms or companies, and 5 titles for which data can be collected from secondary sources. You can also include 5 for which data can be collected from laboratory experiments, laboratory or field experiments, 5 for which data can be collected from field survey, or any other method of data collections that is peculiar to your area of specialization. So I will equally share this on the platform, and we send it. So we will review all the issues. Of course, the field itself must be related to the method of collection, data collection. So for instance, people in accounting, finance, they use annual reports majorly and statement of accounts. At times, they can equally use sources, secondary sources like WDI, UNCTAD, ONSTAT, IMF stats, CBN. So those who are in accounting, finance, those who are in economics, they use sources like, they can use annual reports just like the accounting, and use questionnaire too. They use questionnaire, annual reports, second sources like WDI. The same thing is true for accounting, finance. For those who are in business administration and education, generally, business administration, sociology, or arts in general, they are limited into use of questionnaire, survey, instruments, and what have you. For those who are in sciences, they are restricted to laboratory experiments, and so on and so forth like that. So it depends on your field that will determines the source of data. So you will refine it. If your field don't use that source of data, the particular source of data, and is included, just delete it if you are working on your own field. But this is for training purpose and educational purpose. So the boats, first of all, tell us that it cannot claim to have truly extracted the future research section of every Scopus. Is not possible. Every Scopus article from Scopus is paywall, and that will require full database level access. So there's restriction. It's only the information that are accessible freely that it can access. So it synthesized the dominant 2023 Scopus Index research direction and unpublished future agenda signals that are visible from recent journals articles and the publisher pages. So across that literature, the strongest recurring themes are faster international crisis response, multi-level governance, frontline actions, crisis leadership, misinformation, geopolitical supply chain shocks, sanctions, and African Nigeria underrepresentation in comparative work. So these themes fit Nigeria's current challenges especially well. The persistent insecurity and Sahel spillovers, high inflation and exchange rate stress, food insecurity, international displacement, and pressure on regional cooperation through ECOWAS and AFCFTA. So it gave us the themes, each based on the source of data collection. So, and you now rework it, fine-tune the topic, write it in your own language, So, and that is how to use AI tool in the process of brainstorming. Are we following? Are we following?
Yes, yes,
So,
sir.
Sir.
when you are finalizing the topic, so you have to consider all this, and that is where your own human intelligence comes in. You have to, when you are reworking it or rewarding it, you have to make sure that you rework it or you reward it in a way that it must be researchable, it must be appropriate, it must be case specific, and it must meet other requirements like the number of words should not be more than, should be 20 words or less. There must not be an abbreviation in the topic or title you are formulating. It must have a case or focus. So researchability means that you must be sure that the topic that is something that you can research within the limited time period and the available resources, both financial, both in terms of finance and in terms of the available citable materials. Appropriateness means that it must be stated in a way that there's no ambiguity, in a clear manner that there's no ambiguity in the topic that was formulated. So you should make sure that you use only appropriate words and terminology in your field. So the number of words should be 20 or less, no abbreviation, and it must be case specific. So that is about using AI assistance as a brainstorming tool in coming up with the gap in the literature and the topic or title for a write-up. I hope that is clear.
Yes, sir.
So generating, we can also use it in generating or sourcing writing materials faster. Instead of manually visiting all those archives on the internet, you know, in the manual process, if you want to make sure that all the articles you want to use in your write-up are authentic and original, in the manual stage of searching for materials, those who are earlier career researcher, the only source they know is google.com. If you use google.com to search for materials that you are going to use in your write-up, you are likely going to come up with articles that are both predatory, that is of low quality, and articles that are also of the required quality. You know, google.com hosts informations from individuals and from institutions. So, as such, the searching for academic articles from google.com will give you articles from hungry authors and established authors. So the quality of the information you are likely to get from there is going to be missed. So which cannot be dependent on. So, and later on, as you proceed, you come up with information about Google Scholar. The website is scholar.google.com. So, and this only harbors published articles from institutions that have institutional domain like .edu or staffs from those institutions. So in that case as well, when you download research materials from Google Scholar, you are still likely to have a mix from those institutions that are well established, that produces quality information, and those institutions that are still coming up and that are likely to offer information that do not meet the necessary requirements. So all these are in manual searching stage. But if you want to ensure that information you are gathering for your laptop are from authentic source, a reliable source, then you now shift your search engine to sciencedirect.com. Sciencedirect.com only the website harbors only published articles that are in Scopus Index. So when you want to get reliable and dependable material for your writer, you go to sciencedirect.com. So when you are trying to source the material manually, when you enter your topic in the search, you start clicking on the link one after the other. You start, after exhausting the first page, you next it, you start clicking the link one after the other again until you exhaust the search. This is a cumbersome process of searching. And to download just 100 articles from that site, it may take you more than 5 days. Just 100 articles. But AI assistance can help you fast track this process within limited time. You are going to download those articles, even hundreds, in 2 hours. So that is why in the process of generating material for a writer, AI is very powerful and very useful. So that still fall under the ethical use of AI tool in the writing process. So how do we do that? How do we use AI to aid the search? So modern AI tools leverage natural language and semantic analysis to systematically or automatically discover and filter relevant literature. For instance, language models can interpret complex research questions and return concise lists of pertinent papers. In practice, AI-powered search engines now exist. We have examples such as Semantic Scholars, Scopus AI. In the Scopus database now, you now have Scopus AI that will link you to relevant articles on a topic. It will rank and cluster results based on content rather than simple keyword matches. Many search platforms now integrate with API. Example is on paywall institutional library, so that when AI engine finds a paper, it also fetches the PDF if available. Imagine assistant can even download those papers in batches, not one after the other. It will download those papers in batches. For example, an AI agent could send document requests to an institutional policy or public archive to retrieve articles in mass. So AI can accelerate the search and selection, but researcher must still vet quality and relevance. So what you downloaded, you still go through those articles, and those ones that are relevant, you select them, and those ones that are not relevant, you expunge them. So this is a balanced approach. That is, you use AI for initial screening while applying human judgment for the final decision, and this will maximize both efficiency and rigor in the search and downloading process. What are the practical prompts that you can use to source and download materials in batch for the internet? This is an example of the prompts. This says go online. You know, I've said sciencedirect.com is the best if you need reliable material for your research. So you go on, so we instruct AI to go online to Science Direct and googlescholar.com and other academic database to list only the clickable links. List the clickable links of 30 most relevant and most recent journals on the topic. We have the topic there. Strictly from journals that are indexed in Scopus, including Sage, Elsevier, JSTOR, and other Scopus database. So we are restricting it to produce only Scopus articles for us. So it's going to give us the link at once. So we don't have to be clicking on this, opening, clicking on this, searching ourselves. All the links will appear at once for all the 30. So if you are going for more than 30, after generating the first batch of 30, you generate the next batch of 30 until you get to the number you are going to. So I'm going to share the prompts so that everybody can demonstrate the process. Are we following?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the prompt is available for you to copy. Allow you to open your signboard, copy it, and send it. So let's send it now. So the topic I'm using there is climate change and government debt in Nigeria. The topic is a multidisciplinary topic. For those who are in sciences that studies climate, and for those who are in social sciences that are interested in debt. So even let us know that these ones, the first 10 are from Elsevier. This one is from Sage. This one is from Springer. This one is from JSTOR. And this one is from additional from Scopus. So now the link are here. How do you now download? Just click on them one after the other. It will be open in your browser. Look at it. I've clicked on the first one. Lopa. I click on the first one. So to download, you can download the Scopus journal from Science Direct. If you can see this view PDF, just click on view PDF. It will download. You want to confirm if I'm a robot. So you confirm that you are not a robot. I click on it. So it's showing now. So I will just save it. You can see how fast it is to follow this process. Can you see?
Yes, sir.
So if I want to save it in this Telegram, then I will just save. That one is saved. I've saved the first one. The second one, I click on it. This one, I do not have, it's from Science Direct. I do not have view PDF. It says purchase. So it means that I cannot download it. Though there's a legal way of downloading it, but this is not within this discussion. But if you still want to make use of this information, they have given you the highlights of what you needed to cite or the information you need to develop your own. So you can just copy it. You don't need to stress yourself. Just copy though it's not the full detail of the work, but there are still relevant information here that will be good for your work. So instead of disturbing yourself, just copy it from the beginning to the conclusion. Make sure that the name of the journal is also copied from the top to the conclusion. So you copy it to a Word document. Just save it like a PDF on its own too. You save it just like a PDF on its own too. So you treat it as a PDF on its own too. So it's the same. So you save it to the same. So you save it to the same folder where you save the other PDF. I think I saved it in Telegram something, yes. So you save it. So this is how you download all the document. You can see that within 2 hours you can download as much as 200, right?
Yes, sir.
So if you want more, just say that generate the next 30, not in the list above. The next 30, not in the list above. So you generate another 30 that are that. So let me send the message here. Okay, I think I'll stop it. Do we all agree with me that all these processes that we have followed are still ethical enough?
Yes.
Yes.
This is the application of AI to the manual process. Abi?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
The application of AI to the manual process that we all know before.
Yes.
So we have been able to demonstrate how AI can aid the process of sourcing the material, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, after sourcing the material manually, I said you will now read through each of them one after the other to extract the idea, to actually execute the gap you have identified. Abi?
Yes.
So AI can assist you in extracting information from each article that you yourself, you can now sit down and see that the information you said you bring out from this article, are they actually from the article? You can cross-check. If all the information you claim to have bring out, you said, help me to bring out this information. These are what I needed from this information. Instead of me to be reading one by one, line by line, you read for me. I need this information. Just carve it out for me. And after carrying out, you can check if he has actually bring it out the way it is in the text. Right?
Yes, sir.
So AI can equally help in generating or extracting ideas and information from the writing materials. So let's see how that can work. This is a prompt for AI to help us to do the reference of an article. It should do the reference of the article. It should bring out the information in the introduction, bring out the information in the segment of the problem, bring out the information in the methodology. Let's see if you can do, and on your own, you take your time to check if it actually work well. Because in everything you are using AI for, your human intelligence should dominate. Are we together? Your
Yes,
human
sir.
intelligence should do what? Should
Dominate.
dominate. So let's see. Can he extract the way human will extract? If human being read through, can he extract the information the way human being will have read through? This is the prompt. So let me paste the prompt here, right? And let me take one of the documents we have downloaded, right? If you want to upload a document, you want to extract the information from that document for us. Even though you have a textbook, you can develop a prompt that AI should help you to extract some information from that textbook. So now, if you want to upload one of the documents here, can you see this plus sign at the bottom left?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
So click on the bottom, click on the plus sign, then select add photo and files. Add photos and files. And you go to where you have saved all your materials. Okay, this is the material here. So it's loading. You wait until this thick white line covered all the cycle. And you send it with this arrow up sign. Send this with this arrow up sign. This part was part of what we'll have done yesterday. So we are going to rush through today's class, though today's class is not really much. So I think this is the last step of this task. I think this one is not giving me what I want to. Okay, sorry. Look at it. Let's open the document to see what is bringing out. Is it what is in the document, or is bringing out fake things for us? Right?
Yes, sir.
Let's first of all look at the claim on the name of the author. The surname is Oyimadu, Oyimadu CO, Uche DS. Is that what we have?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Oyimadu Uche. Okay. Is it 2021? Is it 2021, the year?
So The year is not showing actually.
And the year is there. There's no Scopus paper that there will not be year. You have to look at it for,
Wow.
if you are working manually, you have to look at it very well. It can be at
Okay, sir.
this end here. This is 2021, right? Can you see it
Yes.
now?
Yes, yes,
So
it's
it's
showing now.
correct. So he he wrote from the information. He is able to help us to write a review of the article, that is the empirical review of the article based on the abstract. It says the objective of the study is that he evaluated financial commitment of the Nigerian government. Is it what is in the abstract?
We, we didn't read it. Let's see. Abstract.
Evaluate financial commitment, because in the abstract, the first part is the goal, Abi. So there's a summary
Yes,
of the
sir.
gap using a budgeting. The paper evaluate the financial resources of the government. Abi, that is the goal. Can you see it
Mm.
here? Evaluate financial resources of
Uh,
Nigerian government. Abi. He also said that
okay, sir.
evaluate the financial commitment of the Nigerian government. You can see, so you can cross-check and then fine-tune all this information, all these ideas that were extracted, with examples, with your personal wording and idea, and you can then now marry all these ideas together, all the idea from all the articles you want to use together to now develop your own write-up. So that is how to use AI assistant ethically. So although there's more to that, but that is not captured in this particular workshop. So can we proceed now? Can we proceed?
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
So this
Yes,
can
sir.
marry, this last form can marry introduction of many write-up after modifications. It can marry it together to develop an introduction session. So, but you can work on that by the time we share the document. So then, the focus of today's class was supposed to be on how to use AI to design business logo and cards, all kinds of flyers, and generate faceless and animalistic videos for adverts. So this particular session is supposed to be taken by Dr. Ashere. So, but is unavoidably absent. He lost one of his loved ones. So, but
Wow.
information has come earlier, and we have actually prepared very well for the session. So we'll continue with the session. So designing a business logo means creating a simple visual symbol that represents a brand, while designing business cards are small printed or digital contact materials, and flyers are short promotional design used to advert products, services, or events. A faceless videos are videos that tell a story or teach something without showing the creator's face, often using text, voiceover, stock footage, animation, or AI visuals. On the other hand, animalistic videos are AI generated or AI edited videos that are built around animal characters, animal motions, or animal style of storytelling. Recent research shows that AI helps beginners by speeding up ideation, layout generation, image creation, and revision, while still leaving human responsible for taste, originality, and final judgment. Research on design thinking also shows that AI is most useful when treated as a creative assistant for draft, options, and refinement, rather than a full replacement of human design sense. What are the AI tools that beginners can use? If you want to design logos, you want to design cars and flyers, the most widely used AI design tools currently include ChatGPT images. Let me show you. Look at ChatGPT. If you click on the new, I was trying to do this before. It's not pressing. It's not pressing now. If you create a new, okay, this is new, and you use this plus, you can change your ChatGPT to different model. The default one is the one that is used in writing. So if you want to change it for creation of images, this is it. Can everybody see it? If you want to
Yes, sir.
do any graphic design, I said the default is what?
Image.
Default is for generating text, any form of document that you want to write, any writing outputs that you needed. That is the default. But if you want to create image, you just come to plus sign here and change it to create image. Are we together?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, so from there, so we have said that so the tool that you can use to design include ChatGPT images, Canva, Adobe Express, Ideogram, Leonard AI, and Luca. But if you want to create faceless and animalistic videos, the popular options include Video GPT, Runway, InVideo, AI, Luma Dream Machine, and other text to video or image to video systems. The documentation of shows that these platforms support code-based image generation. That is, when you send them an instructions, they create the video for you. They also help in template editing, text rendering, animation, voiceover, and quick brand asset production, which makes them accessible to non-designers and small business owners. Why is it that ChatGPT image creator and Video GPT stand out? ChatGPT is usually visible in design because it combines idea generation, prompt writing, text refinement, and image creation in one conversation. And recent research even describes ChatGPT as a leading example of generative AI. On the other hand, Video GPT appears more attractive to beginners because it is based on fast prompt to video creation model. That is, immediately you send in your prompts, it creates the videos and it has an easy interface. So what are the steps that is involved in using card and flyer design. The first thing is that you must describe your business in terms of the name, industry, audience. You must also indicate the colors you want for either the logo or the card or the flyer, the style you want, and the message. So you can then ask ChatGPT for 3 to 5 logo concepts and sample slogans. So the first step is to describe the business in terms of the name, audience, color, style, and message. The second thing is to ask ChatGPT for 3 to 5 logo concepts and sample slogans. The third step is to ask it to turn the best concept into precise image prompts. Then the fourth is now to generate the logo image and request revision, such as make it minimalist, improve the text spacing, or use gold and navy color. The fifth step is to reuse the same brand elements to ask for a business card layout with name, role, phone, email, and the QR code. The sixth step is to ask for a flyer layout with headline, offer, date, location, and call to action. Finally, the last step is to review carefully for spelling, originality, and brand fit before printing or posting. So we are going to demonstrate all that now. Step by step, using video GPT for faceless and animalistic videos. The first thing you do is to open video GPT and choose text to video or image to video. So how do you do that? Go to v.io/tools/video-gpt. You log in. From your login page,
Please, the
you
link
select
again.
create. I will still go over it. We will still demonstrate it. You select create, select Gen AI Studio, write and paste a short prompt describing the subject, motion, setting, camera, angle, and mood. Click on Done to generate the first draft. Then refine the scene length, spacing, voiceover, music, captions, and transition. So the next thing is now to export the best version and check whether the output matches your story and audience. Then the next thing is to research on text to video quality. Okay, sorry, this is not part. Research on text to video quality shows that prompt clarity strongly affects realism, alignment, and viewer perception. So we now look at how to create prompts for graphic design and faceless and animalistic videos. In creating prompts, what is involved is to create context-aware, precise, and goal-oriented instructions that will be sent to ChatGPT to perform a particular.
We can hear you.
Your voice is moving faster.
My voice is moving fast.
It's slow.
Yes,
Not just
slow.
slow.
Look at your mic.
We can't hear you. It's no longer audible.
Okay? Hello? Is everybody hearing me now?
We can hear you now.
Yes, it's better. It's better.
Okay.
Once you shift from your mic, it reduces.
Okay.
When you draw back, when you draw your head back,
When you
anytime
shift
draw your head
backwards,
back.
yes, we cannot hear you.
Okay. So prompt engineering involves creating context-aware, precise, and goal-oriented instructions that will be sent to ChatGPT to perform a particular task. It is different from ordinary questioning because it uses a systematic approach to make AI output relevant, reliable, and useful for a particular task. So if you want to create animalistic videos or any graphics design, you have to be able to send a clear instructions that will give you the output that you needed. So let's look at these prompts on how to design an academic workshop flyer. I actually use this to design a flyer that was used in one of our past training. So the prompt was used to design the flyer. So, and instead of going to a graphic designer, taking days to get the flyer and paying huge amount of money. So within some minutes, with a clear instruction, ChatGPT image creation. The instruction, so I will show you how to design this instruction. If it is for business logo, business card, or flyer, I will show you how to design. So let's look at how it works. This is a typical one. The instruction is design a high quality, visually compelling academic workshop flyer for the event titled, this is the title of the event. Let me bold it. I'm going to send it to you so that you can also do it from your hand. So in case you want to design the same thing, just edit this to the title of the event that you want to design it for. Use a clean, modern, and professional academic layout with an innovative tech-inspired background. Maintain a scholarly and prestigious visual tone with balanced spacing and clear hierarchy. Include clearly organized sections for the following event details. These are the sections in the flyer. So it depends on what your program wants to cover. So I will equally bold this area. Okay, this still continue. Coverage area, prompt engineering, okay. This is supposed to be researchers. So we then have registration fee. So depending on the registration fee, and if it is free, you put it here. Account detail. Date. Time. Venue. Include a dedicated, well-organized speaker or presenter panel section with rectangular placeholders where the presenter's passport photograph will be later inserted exactly as image in their natural look. Add placeholder for organizational logo. We'll still put organizational logo. So you put the name of the organization separately from the name of the organization. Use modern academic typography, soft shadow, elegant color gradients, and simple generic elements. Ensure the overall layout is spacious, virtually engaging, and suitable for formal international academic training program. The caption for the passport photograph in spec is, so I've actually I've gotten the passport of all the presenter. So one was in spec. One uses a spec, and without spec, the person without spec is this. Make the background colorful and use this logo for, so if you want to paste the logo, so let me share this flyer. Okay, I can change this account number. I can change this Dr. Jingo Bingo. I can change this university to ABC University. Okay, so let me share. So you can equally send this from your end. So when you open your ChatGPT, you click on this plus sign and you select create image. Am I still audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, you
Okay, so create it. Let's paste it and send it. Can we see the output? Hello?
Yes, sir, we
Hello,
can
sir.
see it.
Okay.
We can see it.
Can you see? How do you see it? What's your judgment?
Yes.
Awesome. Awesome.
Okay, if I say that enlarge the font sizes of all the text and make all bigger. Can we see?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the coverage areas is not enlarged. Let me say enlarge I hope we're also demonstrating it from our hand there.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Those who are using mobile phones too, are you able to follow?
Yes. But it's a
Yes.
question that we should upload the logo.
Yes. You can say you should personally, you should use any logo
Okay, sir.
or use appropriate logo.
Okay.
But if the organization already have its own logo, so you have to upload that logo.
Okay.
So I think this is a bit better now. So, and what you then need to do is to click on it. So you, what happened? So when you click on it, here, this download, this arrow down option, you will click on it or download it. And you save it to any preferred location on your PC. And that's the end. So, but whichever one you want to design, how do you create the prompt? So that is the next question. So though, if you want to design any flyer, you can edit this to design your own. So based on your own specific information about the program and the presenter. So, but how do we come up with this prompt? So to actually come up with prompts, there are some criteria that or guidelines that you must follow to develop a prompt. So, and there are a particular organization that have been able to apply all these guidelines and use those guidelines to develop series of prompts that covers anything you would like to do. So as such, you don't really need to bother yourself trying to actually crack your brain, except you want to modify. So there's a website called AI for Work. So they have put together some set of prompts, though they actually infuse some confusion in between those prompts so that one may not be able to get the prompt clearly. but there's a way you remove those confusion words from those prompts to be able to create your prompt very fast. So assuming that you want to create prompts to design a logo, create prompts to design a logo, right? Or you want to use design a business card, or any other design that you want, maybe a certificate, any design, any graphic that you want to design. So what you need to do is to edit this. So you say go online, visit aiforwork.co website, present a compiled full detail of the extraction of all prompts in post. Okay, no. Okay, go online to present, just say present the prompt for designing a business logo with the website link, with the best website link. So this should be here. So this particular one will compile all the prompts that are relevant for academic work. So, but this one we are looking at is for logo. So look at it. I will share it. So I will send it in ChatGPT. You will go and fetch the link. I will just go to the website. A brand logo with ChatGPT. So I don't. He has brought the prompt for me, but I don't want it. I will go to the link. This is the link where it is. Here is the prompt you can use to create a perfect brand logo. So let's click on access the prompt. They have started asking for login. Before, I don't used to log in. So this is the prompt, right? They have infused jargon inside the prompt so that you will not get the message clearly. Can you see it?
Yes, sir.
There are so many jargon there. If you are reading, you will be
Yes.
confused. So I will copy
Yes.
it. I will now use this simple message here. Extract the prompts in the following text in post. I will use that simple message to clear the jargon. So this is where the prompt stop. So what you just need to do is to edit it according to what you want to do. Are we together?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, with
So
you.
this is the complete prompt now. So you just edit it to what you want. An expert level brand manager in the market department. Your task is to create a brand logo that establishes a strong brand identity for the company. The logo should communicate the company's value, mission, and vision effectively. So in that kind of situation, you put the company values, mission, you can put it in brackets. While also differentiating it from competitors, the final logo will be used by the marketing team across websites, social media profiles, print advertisement. Success depends on creativity, originality, and alignment with the company brand strategy. The effectiveness of the logo will be judged by how well it resonates with the target audience, strengthen brand recognition. So you read through and edit accordingly. So if I send it to ChatGPT email creator now, it will be asking me the necessary information. So it will ask me what I need to supply. So, and this is what you do for either certificates, the same thing you repeat for certificate, you repeat for any other thing that is called graphics. So, so the same thing you do to design video, to generate videos. So let's look at it. Create prompts to design a faceless video advertising a product. Abi? So let's see, which is the last part of the class. Okay. In this one use it doesn't understand what I, because I didn't fix in necessary information into it. It's just following. So you need to fill necessary information into it before you are able. Let me send it again. Come. So it will ask you some question. What is the company name? And is there a tagline that should appear with the logo? So you have to supply all this information. ABC Limited, selling goods, students, no competitor, use any design. Try to save this one customer so feel when they see the brand. Piedmont Farm products. And the goats sold for meat, farming breed for meat. Huh? Though we are ending the class very soon. Mo súnmọ́ jẹ pé yọ wáyà yẹn, mo súnmọ́ jẹ. So for generating videos, the site is the site that you are going to visit is, I will share it in the platform. vid.io/tools/video/gpt. So if you go to the site, you try to log in. So you also have to subscribe this for this to enjoy it.
Okay, sir.
So I think I've logged in before. How do I log out? So I think our result is ready. Look at the logo. Can you see the logo?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Can you see how beautiful it is?
Yes. Colorful.
Sir. Oh.
Are we together?
Yes, sir.
Together we are.
So you just save it. So we are going to the faceless videos. So we're already in the site. I want to log out so that I'll be able to show you how to log in. Let me use another browser. Okay, so you see log in here.
I
So
thought we
you
were supposed to sign up for the first time.
huh? Okay, so if yes,
I
you
thought we
sign
had to
up.
sign up.
Yes, you sign up. Let me go back to show you. So you sign up with your information. So if you even click on sign up, you can sign up with your Google or you fill you put your email here and password. So as I've said, you can only enjoy this also if you subscribe because there's a limit to the kind of
So are you speaking? We can't hear you.
I'm not
It's
speaking.
not.
I'm not speaking. We are going to the
Okay.
site now. I've logged in
Okay.
now. Have you also logged in on your end?
We are following you, sir.
Hello, have you logged in?
No, sir, we are watching what you're doing.
Hey, it's vertical now. Do your own too.
Okay, sir.
Have we logged in now?
Almost, sir. We are. because we are still signing up.
Can I continue now?
Yes, sir.
So you click on create. When you click on create at the top middle, you have different options here. AI auto edit. You have a video you want to edit, you can use this.
Okay.
AI playground. Create a video with cutting edge AI models. AI script generator. Generate professional video scripts using AI. Then AI studio. Create videos from text prompts. AI clips. Extract highlight from a longer video. AI avatar. Clone your voice and face. So let's use text to Gen AI studio. Just click on Gen AI studio.
The same thing. Something went wrong.
I think it's the service.
Or it's from the site or something like that.
I've used it today. I've actually demonstrated everything before the class. Working. So let's go and use AI for work to generate the prompt that will. So go online, visit AI for work website, present the prompt for generating a flashless video for advertising a post with the website link. So I'll share this to you. You can copy it. This one did not.
It's not responding here yet. So
They did not
I
give
think
me the website. It
yes,
should take
the
me to
time.
the website. Go to the present the prompts for generating. No, go to where presents the website link. Present the website link for to the prompt for generating a faceless video. So I've adjusted the prompt and will share it. Hey, it's not going. I think this is the website. I don't think they have a direct prompt for that. Oh my. Okay. Okay, I think for video this site is better. Video bad AI. So actually get all those prompts on videos. So let's look at what uh, ChatGPT put together for us under this. So you are a professional video marketing strategy. Your task is to create a faceless product advertisement video script product. So let's see. So we are going to edit this. Ah, product name. What's the product name that we use? ABC Farm, abi?
Yes, sir.
Students. Let's copy it to How many minutes video? Let's say 10 minutes. Because you may not want to generate a longer hour to a longer minutes for seconds for us. Free.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Correct, sir.
Am I where I should be? Have I click on create here? Okay. Select create a promo video. Let me go back. I don't think this is the one we are using. This is the one we are using. Paste. You now click on generate. So it's saying generating video. This may take a few moments.
Please, are you using premium ChatGPT
So for this video GPT,
for the
this is free
in your
version.
GPT? Are you using the paid version?
ChatGPT. Yes, I'm
Yes.
using paid
Yes,
version for
okay.
ChatGPT.
Because you have used it for a
You click
longer time.
on
They didn't
done.
want you
But
to.
this one, to do what? You didn't complete your question. Oh. For this video GPT, I'm using free version. I did not subscribe. For the ChatGPT I'm using,
Okay.
it's a subscription one. So I'm still doubting this one. If it will the result.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I already did one free before today. He has generated it. Oh. Let's see if you. This is an advert. After the advert, they did not allow any output to. Let me share the link first. Though you can see that they show a seed something video, but when I click on play, it's bringing that advert for me. See, the title is Fresh Food Finder, but it's bringing their own advert for me. It's because it's a free version. You understand now?
Yes, sir.
So we have to subscribe to be able to get the video. So, but by now, you already know how to generate faceless video and any graphics that you want to generate. So that ends the lecture. So, and I hope we have been able to do justice to all the items on our list. It's a question. Have we done justice to all the items on our list?
Yes, yes.
So if there's any question now, so we take the question for the next 5 minutes. So do well to send the questions in the group. I will harvest the question now.
Please, I try accessing yesterday's video because I missed out the class. It's not playing out. The one you shared on the Telegram, I can't access it. For yesterday's training, I wasn't available.
I will reshare it on the platform. I will reshare all videos on the platform with today's one.
All right. Thank you.
We somebody said I muted her at the beginning, but I later muted her. Probably I discovered noise is coming from your background. That's why I did so. Can we have the material teaching? We'll send all material on the platform. Somebody said I can't hear anything. Is that true, sir?
No, sir. You are clear, sir. You are loud and clear.
Maybe it's his network.
Free ChatGPT can make the design, but if you are trying to, somebody is asking if free ChatGPT can make graphic design, it can make it, but you cannot generate more than 2 designs a day. And even for that one design, if you are doing correction twice, it will not go again.
Exhausted.
All right, Doc. Hello, sir.
Hold on, ma. Please, sir, is there any way to get those journals that were not on PDF on Science Direct? I demonstrated that now, that you should just highlighted all the content. You highlight all the content and copy it to Word and save it like a PDF on its own. Okay, someone said they have not discussed about how to get cheap AI tools. So let me quickly rush and discuss that. You see, all these AI tools, you can subscribe for them directly from their website, which is their official website. So, however, because of the currency of our country, you will see that they are in dollar and they are very, very expensive when you convert them. So they are private vendor. So, and I'm one of the private vendor. So for any inquiry on the purchase of this software, direct those inquiries to me. So offline, so I'll be able to respond appropriately. So I will be able to link you directly to how to get it from their site. So all inquiry can be directed to me. So on that, so we have different category of subscription. There are some AI tools that they are lifetime. When you bought it, you don't have to renew it. So some of them are from their site, they are lifetime. When you buy it once, you don't have to renew. Some are monthly and some are annual. So but there are some that lifetime is not available. It's only monthly and annual that's available. There are some even annual is not available. It's only monthly. So that is that about AI tools. So, but it is always important for you to visit their site to see how much they are selling those tools monthly and yearly for you to be able to appreciate a private vendor. So I was not able to join from my PC. So many people join from their PC. Maybe something is wrong with your PC. Thank you very much. Are there risks involved in uploading once or published articles to these various AI tools or sites? So I've said that those ones that you can delete them after performing what you needed to do. So, but there are some that doesn't even keep your file. Like state writer, you copy and paste, they generate the output, they don't store it, they don't have storage. So I think it's only Turnitin that have storage system. So when you use the service, after you find a way to delete your file. Hello, are we together?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
But you went off.
yes, thank you. So we are answering those questions. So where am I?
Um,
So I
you are
said you delete those files
okay.
from Turnitin. So how can one subscribe for this tool? So I can be of help in guiding you through the process. Just contact me directly. So how do we get subsidized version of this output? So I can assist in the process from that site. Just contact me directly. So can you please drop all the videos for the 3 days on Telegram? We are going to do so. So the last 2 days, the videos have been shared or we will reshare with today on. Can we subscribe to Turnitin at a reduced rate here? And what is so? I've answered that. I would like to know if there's any way I can subscribe. I've answered that. You did not allow some of us to ask questions. Why did you mute all the participants or do selective muted? Since all of us pay for the training, that is not right at all. So I think we have addressed this even before this training. So from our experience so far in organizing workshop, we realized that many participants, if everybody is unmuted, many of them will be disrupting our activities in the class by different kind of sound coming from their end, and that will not go well with the class. So, and that is why we only unmuted randomly people who sacrifice to give us feedback on the class. So please, I need the video record of the training. Okay, we'll answer that. Can you give us the range of money for monthly? So when you contact me privately, we'll discuss about that. So I will share the information publicly so that we can see how to assist in getting the subscription from their site. Will you be having training on data analysis anytime soon? We are thinking in that direction and we'll communicate at the appropriate time. Please pay attention to me also. What if you don't delete your file and Turnitin? I shared an experience about Turnitin that The likelihood, if you don't delete your file, is that somebody else might download your file and access or use your file before you use it. And equally, if you don't delete it, if it is a university portal that you set, you check it, and if they always save all the files sent to them in their portal, it's going to read plagiarism more than the percentage of plagiarism in your file before. It's going to trace it to that portal, and that is going to be a lot of trouble for you.